What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Epic Gamer, back with a new video swag drop. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, and he's back with a new video. Today, we're going to be ranking all of the Pikmin enemies throughout the series mainline games and rank them as a pet. So, first of all, we have the beady longlegs. Now, this thing is pretty long looking. He crushes Pikmin, and that's interesting. So, I'm going to say not a wild animal, but a little hard to take care of, maybe. We have the armored cannon beetle. The armored cannon beetle. Like, this thing is like, actually, you're gonna be its pet. So we have the armored cannon beetle. This thing is going to be it's a pet. I mean, look at it. The only problem is the boulders, but they're like, actually, that's going to be a little hard to take care of, but hey. Actually, that makes kind of sense. We have the bread bug. This thing drags stuff back to its den. So, this is going to be good pet. It's very small, and it's actually good. It's an interesting kind. We have the snagret, which eats stuff. So it burrows into the ground, so maybe like a buried stuff. So it's a pet. Bull bear. This thing eats Pikmin and is interesting. This could be a pet, so it's a pet. Now, for good options, I would have to say we have interesting options. We have, the dwarf bulborb, which is a bread bug in disguise. But this could be a good pet. It's very small. Same cannot be said for, like, the Emperor Bulblax. This thing is huge. So, like, this thing is a little hard to take care of. This is, like, the female sheer grab, I believe? I don't know. I don't know. Hey, it's just, So, either way, this is going to be a good pet. This thing is, like, small. Next, we have the fiery blowhog. And honestly, this thing is very dangerous. This thing breathes fire. You know how great that will be once it burns down the entire house? Yeah, that won't be good. Next, we have the Gulix. Now, I think it's a pet. Next, we have the iridescent flint beetle, I believe. So this thing runs really fast, but it's also really small, so it's a good pet. Next, we have, the male sheer grub. This thing eats good, and it's actually a good thing, so it's a good pet. The puff stool. It's big, but it's kind of small. It hypnotizes Pikmin in Pikmin 1 to become like Puffmin. Those are hypnotized Pikmin. So, honestly, this would I guess we don't want anything else to probably get him. Actually, that might get rid of ant problems really fast, actually. So, I'm going to have to say it's a pet. Puffy Blowhog. This might blow almost half of the place to bits, so and possibly it could fly out of its container, so maybe a little hard to take care of. We have the shearwig. This thing eats Pikmin and is very small. That's a good pet. Then we have, I think that was actually the dwarf bull bear actually. I don't know. Like, look, it's actually hard to tell. Whoops. This would actually be a good pet. This is the actual bull bear. Sorry, everybody. Sorry for everything. This is gonna be fine. Now we have the normal bulborb. This one's a normal bulborb. Sorry. So it's a pet. Snitch bug, sorry. So this thing could picks up Pikmin and other stuff probably and eats them. It's not very dangerous. I'll have to say it's a pet. We have the white Wally Hop. Wally Hop, I think. Actually, Wally Hop, actually. Now, this thing is actually good. This thing's a living frog. It can jump. So, it's a pet. Now we have the yellow variant. It's also a pet. Now, this thing has. Now we are on the anode. I think this was called electric beetle or something. I don't know. I forgot. So this thing has electricity. That makes it very dangerous. Same for the anode dweevil. I got to mix up with this sort of beetle thing. I think this is something I don't know. But that sounds shocking enough. Now this thing is known, I think, as some sort of beetle. I believe. I'm not very sure. But it'll be a bit hard to take care of. Like this thing in the game, it makes a lot of noise. And that could be a little annoying. So it's going to be a little hard to take care of. Bulbmin. These are hypnotized bulborbs that are being controlled by a parasitic Pikmin. But they make a good pet. They're actually really could be actually pretty friendly. Bulborb larva. Yes, that would make a good pet. Now we have the other snitch bug. I don't remember its name, but it could also work. Maybe. Next we have the Dirigi bug, I believe. I'm not very sure, but this thing drops bombs. And you know how dangerous bombs are. But, like, they're tiny bombs, but they could hurt. So, like, very dangerous. Now we have the Shearflea, I think. I'm not very. No, that's not the Shearflea. Something, I don't know. This thing has a little poker, but it'll be a little hard. The Creeping Cassandrum. This thing disguises itself as flowers in game, but can actually be kind of useful, actually. Maybe it could help. It's a pet. Now we have the colorful variant of the younger version of this thing. I think it's called the Stone Armored Cannon, the Decorated Cannon Larva. That's its name. This thing shoots little rocks in your face, and these might be the same size. I don't know, but that might be a little hard to take care of. We got the orange variant of the dwarf bulborbs. So you go in good pet. We have the Empress Bullblacks. This thing is a bit huge, and this would probably be a little hard to take care of. This is also very gross. Also very gross. Next we have the Fiery Bullblacks. This is also very dangerous because it could light the entire thing on fire. That is very dangerous. Next we have the Pyro Dweevil, I think. And this thing can burn stuff. Like, seriously, if triggered, this thing will burn. And you know what forest fires say? Fire. So this thing is very dangerous. Gatling Groink. This thing shoots living rocket beams of sorts. So very, actually wild animal. This will be our first wild animal. Don't get it. This thing is a wild animal. Okay, now we got the giant bread bug. This one is actually pretty nice. This thing will actually be kind of nice. This thing will be a pet. It's a pet. Now we have the greater spotted jelly float. This thing will be a little hard to take care of because it's flying, but hey, it's something. It'll be a little hard to take care of. The hairy bulborb. However, this thing will actually be nice because it's furry, so it's a pet. Hermit crawdad. It can rush and has some armor and might pinch you a bit, so I'm going to have to say a little hard to take care of. Same for maybe like, I don't remember their name. Oh, it's Honeywisp. It's Honeywisp. I think. I think it's Honeywisp. This thing will drop nectar and can fly, so I'm going to have to say it'll be a little hard to take care of. However, for the Hydro Dweevil, unlike its cousins, it spits out water, and that's not very dangerous. So, it's a pet. We got the golden variant of this beetle. The iridescent beetle, I think. And it's a good pet. I mean, it's small and it rushes around. Now we have the lesser spotted jelly float. It suffers from the same problem that its greater spotted cousin has. Wait, this is the male sheer grub. That means this is a bigger version. Wait, did they add twice? No, I don't believe there's two giant versions. No, that makes no sense. Whatever the heck. Just for in case there's like a daddy sort of like sheer flea or something. Or sheer something. I don't know. Sheer bug. Is going to be lowered to a pet. Actually, I think this is a mistake. So both are a good pet. I don't know. They're both in there for now. The Babuda. This thing is interesting. This thing will whack stuff into the ground like it's flowering stuff. So it's a pet. It's not dangerous. However, that cannot be said for the man at legs. This thing has a literal gun or blaster of sorts, like a literal gun blaster thing. So this thing is a wild animal as heck. Then we have the mite. It's small and it could work, so it's a good pet. Now we have the sort of toxic variant of the Dweevils, and that thing is dangerous, so hey. We also have the orange bulborb. This also falls under the category it's a pet because it's a bulborb. Now we go to the pileated snagrid. This thing, it's like its cousin, but more ferocious, so I'm guessing it'll be a little hard to take care of. Now we got the bigger version of the beady longlegs. I don't know what it's called, but it might be a little hard to take care of. Maybe actually it might be so it'll be like a little hard to take care of. Now we have the slooch. I don't know what it's called exactly, but it's a slooch, I think. This thing is big, so it'll be a little hard to take care of. Then we have the Shearflea, I believe. I don't know. This must be the Shearwig. Yeah, I think this is Shearwig. I'm not sure. But this thing falls under the category good pet. Hold on. Give us a second. It's pretty huge up there. Next, we have the Cropster, I'm thinking. This thing is huge, but it also has that thing which could possibly give you a lot of injuries. That could possibly hurt. I'm gonna be saying this. I think. No, it's not deadly. I'm going to have to say very dangerous. The Skitterly. It's small and it's also pretty useful. So it falls under. It's a good pet. It's not that bad. Now we got the Snowy Dwarf Bulborbs, which are basically the clones of this. So basically, they're basically just like, the rest up here. Just more cute, I guess. I don't know. Now we have the Titan Dweevil. This thing is huge. So I think it'll be a little hard to take care of. Now we have the normal Bloister, I think. Yes, it was Bloister, I don't know. This thing, it's a pet. I mean, it works well. The Spectralids, the unmarked Spectralids to be precise. These will be a little hard to take care of because they might fly away, maybe? The same cannot be said for the volatile Dweevil. This thing will explode. Like seriously, this thing will blow up. So we're giving this the category it's a wild animal. So we're going to do okay, now we have the water dumple, and I think it's going to be a good pet. It's small, it doesn't seem to have that much of teeth, and it's actually pretty not that bad. So yeah, the water dumple. Now we have the water wraith. We don't know technically what it is. Its body is in another dimension. I'm going to have to say, it's a wild animal. We do not know what it can do. Unlike its fiery cousin, the watery blowhog doesn't cause any damage. And since it's kind of small, that means it's a good pet. Hey, you can even water your plants. The withering blowhog. It might actually be a little hard to take care of because of reasons. Walpole, very easy. It's a good pet. It's like a good pet. This thing is a mini tadpole. A mini, like, tadpole, those things from frogs. We have the arachnode, I believe. Now, this thing is actually pretty small and kind of cool, so I'm going to have to say it's a good pet. Now we have the Arctic cannon larva. This thing is pretty chilly. It shoots snowballs. That's not very dangerous. So I'm going to give it the ranking. It might be a little annoying, but it's a pet. Same cannot be said for the normal armored cannon larva. This thing will shoot little pebbles at your face, and that hurts. This now we have the armored Maudad. This thing has some hard armor, but it might be a little hard to take care of. I don't know. Now we have the shaggy long legs. This thing is pretty big. However, It's a pet. It doesn't cause any damage. Same cannot be said for the bearded amp rat. This thing, well, let's just say this thing has electricity, so yeah. The desiccated skitterleaf might be a little hard to take care of despite it being a little bit predatory, but hey, it's a predatory leaf. So it's a little hard to take care of. The flighty joust mite. This thing can fly and can spear you, so it's going to be a little hard to take care of. Same cannot be said for the bug-eyed crawmad. This thing can literally hit you, possibly be very dangerous. The normal Jesmite is here, and we have this thing. I don't remember the name, but it's a pet. Like, it's a pet. We have the same thing as the water wraith. I'm going to have to say that's a wild animal. Okay, we have this thing. I can't remember what it is, but it might be a little bit hard to take care of because it's going to fly a bit, so yeah. We have the pinchy crab, our pinchy little dude. Yeah, this guy's going to be hard to take care of. But same cannot be said for this. This is, well, a baby phosbat. How adorable. It's a good pet. I think that's what it's called. Now, this we don't know, so I'm just gonna put it at the wild animal. This is where they're born. So I'm going to have to say maybe it's a good pet? Yeah, maybe it's a good pet. Like, seriously, it just gives you more baby phosphat. Though that does sound a bit risky. That might be a little hard to take care of because lots of babies. The plasm wraith. This thing sounds dangerous because it is. That thing's a wild animal. The Blino, I think. This thing will make a good pet, actually. This is a good pet. A very good pet. We have the pyroclasmic slooch. This thing will has fire ability, so it will burn your entire house to the ground. That seriously sucks. We have the Meyerklops, which is very big. So I'm going to have to say it'll be a little hard to take care of. Same cannot be said for the red spectralid. This thing is very tiny. Very tiny. This thing could possibly be a little hard to take care of, like its cousin, maybe. Now we have this thing. This thing is very big, so yeah. Now, in my opinion, the Scornet with the Scornet Maestro, I'm going to have to say it's going to be very hard to take care of because we have to have the Scornet Maestro with them. Now we have the Shaggy long legs with hair. It differs it a bit, but it's still a pet. We have I forget what its name was, but it's not very dangerous. This thing will make a good pet. This thing is basically shoots water in your eyes, but that's a bit annoying. But in my opinion, that is not going to kill you and your entire family. Here's what we have so far, actually. Now we have the crusher things. I don't remember what they're called. Yeah, it might be a little hard to take care of because they might fling the crystal rock in your face. We have the cuttlefish, which might actually be an easy pet to take care of. So we're going to put it in the ranks of a good pet. We're going to need more people up there. Swarming snitch bug. Swarming sheer grub. It's sheer grub. Now, this thing is actually pretty small and it comes in a bit of group, but I'm going to have to say it's a good pet. It's a good pet. It's a good pet. It's a good pet. Now we have the Fosbat, the adult version. This one might actually be a little hard to take care of. Now we have the cuttlefish. This thing blows bubbles. It's a little big, but it's a pet. Whip tongue bulborb. That sounds like a pet to me. Hold on, just like that does sound like a pet to me. White spectralid might have the same problems as its cousins. Albino bulborb is actually a good pet. This thing is actually a bulborb. And it's small. It could evolve into one of the bulborbs that have showcased here. This thing could become any of the bulborbs that we have shown. Not like the dwarf, because they're fakers. Except for the bull bear, it's real. The baby bull bear. Yeah, you know. The ancient sire hound. I think this would be making a good pet. This thing is a big dog. And dogs are good. They're loyal and they're nice. So this thing, it's a pet. Arctic cannon beetle. This thing is a pet. It's a pet. It shoots snowballs. Blizzarding blowhog. It freezes stuff that might actually be a little hard to take care of. Actually, that might actually just freeze you. So hard to take care of. Boycasters? The Boycaster Boister, I think it's called. This thing has some stuff, but it's a pet. Look. This thing only has armor on it and you feed it Pikmin. That's it. We have this dude. This dude sucks up some stuff. He digs in mud and he works. So he's a pet. He's a pet. Like, he's a pet. Downy Snagrid. This thing becomes like the burrowed Snagrid, but this thing is adorable. This thing, it's a good pet. It's a good pet. It's a good pet. Look. It's a good pet. Same can be said for the normal icy bulborb. Or should I say normal dwarf icy bulborb, actually? It's ice. It's the ice bulborb. It can be a little hard, maybe. No, it's a good pet. It may be a little chilly, but that's not harmful. This thing is an actual bulborb. So, like, this thing is an actual bulborb. So, like, figure that out, please. It's an actual bulborb. The icy dwarf bulborb is an actual bulborb. Now we have the pearly clam clamp. This might be a little hard to take care of because this thing might do some stuff. This thing is a pet. It eats mud and shoots it, but it can actually be nice. It isn't shooting anything dangerous. That's a good thing. But same cannot be said for like the toxic sludge or this thing. This thing is poisonous. Moss is somebody else's like dog, so we're going to count this as a wild animal. Like whoever like owns this, like Moss is Olmar's dog, so it's a wild animal technically. We have this little sucker. This is a fungus possessing a bulborb, a baby bulborb to be precise. This thing is dangerous. It is poisonous. The master hop can be a little tricky, but it's good. Mites again, surprisingly. I guess they got mixed up. They got it mixed up. Again, like they forgot. They think they forgot it, but hey, that's a duplicate. Hey, Mama Sheer Grub. It's a pet.
How was that? How did that go?
It's a good pet. It's a pet. It's literally a pet. Yeah, we're not putting this in good pet because it's big. Jumbo Bulborb. This thing might give you a little bit of a problem. This thing is very big. We have the Icy Dweevil, which is not that bad technically. It's a pet. It's a pet. You know what? It's a pet. Like seriously, it's a pet. But it won't like freeze your hand. Like it's just spreading some ice, so it won't hurt. Maybe, I don't know. We have the horn cannon beetle, which is different from the armor cannon beetle, but functions the same. So yeah, a little hard to take care of. We have the grub chucker, which will be a little hard to take care of. The groovy long legs. This thing will play a lot of sound, and that might actually make you want to crush your head. Yeah. We have the icy bulborb. This thing, it's a pet. It's a good pet. It's a pet. We have the ice cake, I believe. I'm not very sure, but it could be a little hard to take care of. It might try and slam itself onto you, and then be a little hard. The Folix! We do not know what it could do, but it might actually be weird, so it'll be a little hard to take care of maybe this. Same cannot be said for Porquillian. This thing, it's a pet. I mean, look. Look, it's a pet. Look at this tiny little... Actually, this might cause a bit of problems with the spikes, but hey. This thing is dangerous because it has fire. The Shearflea. This is finally the Shearflea. I got this mixed up with a lot of stuff. It's very small, but it can poke you, but it's not gonna be that bad. It's a good pet. It's a good pet. Next, we have the shock cake, which I know its name now. That's torch cake. This thing will shock you. The smoky prog. Yeah, I don't want to know what that smoke could do, so it's a wild animal. We have this thing, the cold fluttertail or something. This thing is gonna be hard to take care of. The normal icy blowhog or something like that. I don't know. It's a good pet. It just freezes you. It might be a little cold. It will just make you cold. That's just it. Okay. The southern bull blacks. I don't know. It might be a little hard to take care of. This thing is very huge. The starless spore. This thing is very dangerous. Same cannot be said for the sun squish. This thing is actually good. Is one of the best pets. It's very small. It is very small. The Titan Blowhog. This thing spews more fire, which is very much more dangerous. The tox, like this is like the toxic, like the toxstool. This thing is very poisonous. So yeah. This guy will give. It's a pet. It's a pet. This dude's nice. The tusk blowhog will just ram you a bit. Same cannot be said for the toxic dweeble. This thing like poisons you, kind of like this variant too. The quaddlepot. This thing is it is a good pet. It's a good pet. It is one of a good pet. So here's our entire tier list. Here's the A category, which I'm not going to show you, aka the good pet category. Then we have it's a pet category, a little hard to take care of category, very dangerous category, and a wild animal category. That's it. Bye guys, and make sure to like and subscribe. Bye and peace.